start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns offense takes the field. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
To the air, it's Ewers. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's hunt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
So the UTSA Roadrunners offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
And the Roadrunners want to pick up the tempo. On the move, it's Henry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires left. It's caught downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Finds the tight end. You know, Jesse, I like to joke that the tight end is always open. That's ridiculous how open he was.
Yeah, that would have been an understatement on that one. And I think the quarterback couldn't believe it himself. He took his steps, was reading coverage, and he thought, man, I mean, you're giving us this 1st down. That was too easy.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's McCown. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he... Great solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Gets it out quickly. He's stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bolden. It's a fumble. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Bolden. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second and goal for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going for it all. Picked off. Got room on the return. At the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Big House, but the Maize and Blue had struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. And the Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off play action. Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Roadrunners line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense getting set for first down. On the run, it's Baxter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Catch in the middle. It's Golden. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the Longhorns will move the sticks with the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. We've got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Gets open down the middle. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And they'll drag him down after. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quickly complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Roadrunners in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Let's see what they have in the bag on third and short from their own 18. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Griffin. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking to pass, it's McCown. Getting some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. And the Roadrunners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just made...
Can anyone catch him? And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Finds his big tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Ewers. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking for space, it's Barnes.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play, tactical loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Got his man quickly. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Roadrunners will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page. Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Ewers. He's right on target. They make the stop, but the sweet bullet catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Going for the big play. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be. I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline to be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in. Stop him at the 16. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tighter.
The Roadrunners decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Texas offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the RPO, complete. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion from the offense. Grab behind the line. It's Golden. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. Push down for the tackle.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Longhorns are rolling down the field. Quick completion to the right. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket hole. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Baxter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's held. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. And the Longhorns will go for it on 4th down. Here we go. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. They're going to throw it again from their own end zone. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Roadrunners will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll return it from around the 50. And now the hit knocks it loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the heels.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Barnes. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Roadrunners send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll run it. Nice move to keep running. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
He's got an open man. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
To the air, it's Manning. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Longhorns are on the move. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. First down to start the drive after the break. Used the play fake, now to throw. Now sliding to his left. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Griffin. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's caught. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. And the Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Avoids pressure. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver can get it.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver shows motion. The give on the inside. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. That 1 interception in the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Carpenter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Going up top on first down. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Run the gun. He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. With the clock running, this should be the final play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it.